Okay, we are live. Took a little while to go live, everybody, but thanks. Here at the Orbital tank farm here. Hey, Sodek. It will. Hey, Steven. I'm going to spot hidden from the sun here. I'm also avoiding the main entrance there with all the dust today. Hey, Catnip. I got a bunch of video already that I'll upload later. So they completely took that berm away. I think we saw that yesterday. I think it must have had a lot of fibers in it or something because it really affected my my throat. So I got a mask today, but I'm not wearing it because I'm not by the main entrance right now. But if or when I go back there to the main entrance, I will wear a mask today. Yeah, I am enjoying the shade here. Awesome, Da Vinci. Awesome. You know, that business you showed me, you probably saw it already, but they're awesome. One of my favorite companies now. There we go. I got it vertical now. So there's a company that Da Vinci shared. I can't recall the name right now, but they're doing a water rocket kind of thing, water launch platform. And one of the awesome things about it, the CEO has a degree in divinity from the late 90s. Arca, okay, Arca, yeah, Arca. There's an Arca Space. So yeah, Da Vinci showed it to me recently. I think today or yesterday. So I checked it out, and on Crunchbase, I posted some links on Twitter. But they're an interesting company, and they're using water as a propellant. And they actually, the CEO or the founder has been doing it for over 20 years, and that business, Arca Space. So. And he has a degree in divinity or theology, I mean, as well as something else at the same time. So he got 2 degrees, I think. And I'd like to chat with him maybe eventually or just hear more about his story. I'm going to definitely watch all the videos from Arca Space because they're using water as a fuel. And here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, we're out to take video and footage of water. So I emailed them an intro to Ocean Camera. And we'll see where it goes. Maybe because they're going to want water for their rockets. So if they're going to go to the moon or another moon or somewhere in the solar system, they want to find the water. So we have like a similar mission. Okay, David, he went back to Romania. Okay, because I was seeing on Crunchbase that they were out of New Mexico, is what I was seeing, but they haven't updated it. I don't know if they're in Romania or not, but I was kind of a little bit confused about that. Well, okay, it was here. Okay, well, if they do, maybe we can still do some type of partnership in the long term. But they're gonna want water. Well, it's a good way for me to propose to Ocean Camera Space Corp investors, in addition to the survival aspect of the Ocean Camera mission of videoing and filming the water on the other moons out there as a survivalistic imperative. If we want to get off the planet, we got to take video and images of the water, and hopefully it's an ocean. Why stop with a little puddle when we can get oceans everywhere in the solar system? And I'm just focusing on the solar system, but there's water all over the galaxy, and in other galaxies they've found the signatures of water in other galaxies already, so many light years away. So water is everywhere, and this CEO of that company is metaphysical. He is into the spirit or the soul. So everything he does is based on that foundation of whatever experiences he had in the late 90s or mid 90s. So I'm excited to keep watching those videos from Arca Space, because if you check out that YouTube channel, Arca Space, they show you how they're making all the different containers and propellants. They show you everything. So they didn't hide much. I'm not sure. I've only watched about maybe 5 videos, but here's a water propelling company showing you how to make the tanks. If you want to go into the space industry, just take a look at some of those videos. Okay, I can turn around the mic so it's not facing the other direction. Just a minute here. Let me turn the mic around here. Okay. So some other activity here on the site is I'll do some video what's going on. They used to have the big Libra crane here in the front of the tank farm. So now that the Libra crane is gone, and we have the big white SpaceX crane here, I guess they don't need the concrete pathway up there where the Libra crane used to hang out and roll back and forth. So they are taking up all that concrete over there, and I'm not sure what they're going to do next, but they're making some changes. Okay, so Copenhagen Suborbital, Da Vinci says, made the rocket. That's cool. Yeah, I've only seen them putting together the things from like 4 years ago on one of their fiberglass tanks where they were doing the inner and the outer. It's pretty awesome. But if you like to watch Netflix or if you like to watch Amazon Prime and you're looking for something good to watch, like a sci-fi thing, maybe check out the Arca Space YouTube channel, because they have good music and it's good videos. And then maybe you can make some things at your house. Hey, science fan. Hey, Milanka. It's only a company that has like a spiritual foundation, has somebody in charge that would show how they do all their processes. You know, maybe that was 4 years ago and maybe they've changed, but they've showed quite a bit. So it's only a company that really cares about people and humanity that would actually show their processes of making things. You know, for a lot of people, it's a trade secret, right? Hey, March of Titans, the Tyler show. Okay, is the mini tank venting? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know about that. When I was walking over there before, I didn't see any activity with the mini tank. It was still on the SPMT over by the main gate. I guess I can get a shot of that. Yeah, it's still on the SPMT. If we're talking about the same thing, I'll put it in the center of the screen here. It's over the berm there, and it is in the center of the screen, but I'm avoiding the main gate just because of all the dust. Hey, from Cape Canaveral, that's awesome. How are things over there now, Tyler? Yes, Science Fan. I'm not sure if I'm getting any royalties from that, but I am getting exposure, which is a good thing. And I came up with something this morning, where, you know, one of the things about hiring people at Ocean Cam is that, you know, right now there's not a clear focus on what we're gonna do if the people show up, and I'm not sure who I want to hire right now. So I'm in a team building stage right now, and so I came up with this idea that, you know, a lot of people play games. They play these orbital games where they go and they Kerbal Space Program and other games like that. Well, you know, why don't we use the Kerbal Space Program and other programs like that to design Ocean Camera Space Corp missions? And just like The Apprentice, you know, different teams compete to build or to accomplish a mission to an ocean on one of these moons. I mean, it could have been called Ocean Moon Space Corp. That would be a good name too. But we're including the planets and the asteroids too, so not just the moons. So yeah, thanks Malanka and Tyler. Yeah. So what if we do like a real Starship with Ocean Cam? You know, I'm not sure about that. So I'm open to it. What I've been saying is just today is that, you know, there's a lot of younger people and a lot of older people, and even CEOs out there who have skills, and on their free time they want to just push around an idea and see what happens. So you're welcome to push around the Ocean Cam idea of what would it take to do a mission to one of these moons, and what kind of orbit will we need. Say you could pick a planet or pick a moon and say, okay, well, I'm going to work with some of my friends, or if you want to be linked up with some people, I send me your email and your name, and I'll put you in touch with some other people who want to form a team. And maybe yours could be the Enceladus team, or the Titan team, or the Ceres or Celeste team. There's a lot of moons, 200 moons in our solar system, so most of them have water, and it's really up to you to discover or do the research or piece together what kind of capabilities that we could do, what kind of ships we could use, what kind of communication systems, whether it's a high gain antenna, and which companies would provide that equipment or software. Because I've been doing the research myself too, but I've only got so much time in the day, and there's 200 moons. So even from that aspect, it's going to take more than me to accomplish the Ocean Cam mission of videoing and filming the water, the liquid, not just the water, but the liquid, whether it's methane or whatever, on all these different moons, and to actually accomplish one mission, let alone like 50, you know, because there's 200 moons, and most of the moons, again, the idea is that the asteroid belt, as you get further away from the sun, the surface of a lot of these moons is very cold. So even if there is ice or water on some of these moons, it's just too cold for the liquid to be at the surface. So we got to rely sometimes on whether it's the orbit of the moon around the parent planet, like Jupiter or Saturn with all of its moons. The orbit of the moon will create friction in the crust, and then it'll create heat and melt up the liquid beneath the surface of the ice. So that's how the water exists on some of these moons, because they orbit one of these planets. So they've confirmed that the ocean underneath Enceladus is a liquid and it's a water. And they've confirmed that there is water on Europa, like 2.5 times the amount of water on the Earth is on Europa. So if we look at, I was watching some of these other YouTube channels, like Astrum is a good one. And that I learned by watching that YouTube channel, they do really in-depth videos that the journey to get to, I think it was Venus or Mercury. Maybe it was Mercury. I think it was Mercury. It took them a lot longer than to get to like Jupiter or something, just because of the orbital pathway to get there and to slow down and everything. So, you know, you got to remember that a lot of these moons don't have an atmosphere. And some of my former friends have told me that it's better to have an atmosphere so that you can slow down. So even though it may be easy to get to one of these moons, you have to also consider that we got to slow down when we get there. And so there are parachute companies, but I don't think parachutes work when there isn't an atmosphere. So we got to figure out how we're going to slow down too when we get there. It's not just about getting there. And maybe we can, I don't know, maybe we can devise something that we kind of we impact into the planet. And then it's just like when you're doing ice climbing, you got these spikes. Maybe we can fire some spikes into the ice and be like impact into the moon or whatever with this ice, and then slowly sink down. I don't know how we're going to do it, but Enceladus has some streaks on the South Pole which emit the water or vapor into the atmosphere. So my thought has been, and it's been said that the thickness of the ice on Enceladus is less than 5 miles thick and maybe even less than a mile thick. So a lot of these moons have thick ice that's even harder than granite, I'm told. So if we're going to pick a moon to go to, it'd be better to have one that has thinner ice, you know. So not only do we have to worry about the electronics surviving the radical temperature changes of like negative 300, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is Celsius, but we got to worry about that. And also the heating and the radiation to the equipment on the camera. We really only need a camera and a good antenna. So we gotta think about these factors when we're trying to get that imagery. But if there is heating up beneath the ice, like we think there is on Enceladus and many of these other moons, then maybe it's really comfortable. And once we get into the ocean underneath the ice, we'll be good to go. With maybe we can be in our shorts inside a submarine. You know, with maybe we can get one of these cameras up there into one of those really comfortable areas where we can have a swimsuit on, and eventually, and maybe eventually go scuba diving or something, Hey, Lincoln. Hey, Cartoon. Yeah, so Da Vinci's bringing us back to Earth here, saying we just got to figure out how to get the chopsticks to go up and down. Yeah, good. So I will probably do another live stream from a different angle, closer toward the front gate up there where we can see the chopsticks. They are still to one side, the last I checked. And so that is still where it was yesterday. I got a bunch of photos already. Elastic grappling hook. Yeah, let me know what that is about. Yeah, I think maybe like a grappling hook or something, right? Because when you're in a lot of these spy movies or they shoot something into the ice or into the concrete, and then they pull the rope tight and they climb up. So just like your spikes on your shoes, maybe I don't know if the spikes will work on something as hard as the ice that's harder than granite on some of these moons, but it's worth a try figuring out how to do it. I know with a nanocoating, you can make something that's like a diamond structure using a nanocoating that the Kesh Foundation does. So I don't know if that would have the strength of a diamond, but you can easily nanocoat something, and maybe if we did it many times with many repetitions, it would have the strength of a diamond. And maybe I'm not sure if you can cut into a, maybe we would have to put an explosive on one of these moons. If we really wanted to get into the ice, in a lot of these movies, they fire like a rocket or something into the ocean, and they blow it up, and then they dive the ship into the ice, into the water. So that is another option. We could always, if we really want to survive in space, we could just blow up the ice and then forget about drilling. We could just blow it up. That's funny, guys. That's funny. Yeah, so this is literally the end of the road here. So when these truck drivers get here, this is somewhat of a confined space. They have a lot of room here to pull in, so they made it real nice. They got seemingly a lot of room, but it is tight. Hey, Cube, that's a good idea. Hey, Bill, thanks. Hey, Bill, thanks. That was awesome, huh? I'm gonna, if you look there on the right side of the screen, that is the pump that they brought in recently, right there. And I don't know if that is the filter, but that is the pump that they offloaded a couple days ago. Oh, yeah, maybe the new pump. And they took the old one out. Sorry, that's better focus there. A flex pipe? Yeah, okay, cool. I'll show what some of this sound is. When they start loading the gas, I'll come back to this shot here. Hey, Chuck. Okay, there's some venting in the other tank farm area. Oh yeah, look at that. And I will get that shot. Sorry. There is some venting over there. And I think from the SPMT small tank up there, everybody. Let me get that shot. All right, so next time I'll listen when you all say, is it venting? Yeah, it's venting. Let me zoom in on this. All right, so it looks like the GFC4 is venting. Sorry, let me, I just hit the tripod here. Okay, see you later, Mackin. The tank farm behind it is also venting considerably. They've been loading up nitrogen back there, so that is probably what's venting right now, liquid nitrogen. Oh, you think it's behind? Okay. Yeah, what could be venting from behind there? I'll get another shot of that, but I don't know of anything by the GSE-4 tank that could be venting up there, except for that tank. We got booster 3 to the right. We got booster 4 way to the left. And Starship to the left. So what could it be? Okay. Well, maybe somebody has another feed from one of the other YouTubers. Anyway, so I'll get back to what I was saying, that, you know, there's a lot of moons out there, and even just to do one mission, it's going to take collaboration. It's going to take some action. If you look at my LinkedIn page, I have now about 28 connections, different CEOs, and even the Space Force, one of the Space Force representatives is now one of my connections on LinkedIn. So Paul S Mamakos. I've started reaching out to many of these space companies, including Lockheed Martin, Martin Marietta. I haven't reached out to TRW. I will. And Slingshot, Intuitive Machines. And I'm going to reach out to every single one of them that I can find over however long it takes. And I'm looking at maybe in anywhere between March to May of next year to maybe start issuing stock or shares. So I got a lot of work to do between now and then to consolidate a team and get a couple missions planned out. You know, I want to get the missions planned out so that we have some options and we got more of an idea of how we're going to do something. You know, so if you're into space, and looking at missions, if you got a lot of brain power and you like to put together facts and figures and technology and things like that, yeah, I welcome you to design some missions and see what kind of equipment you would need. Just like you're going on a Dungeons and Dragons adventure, you're gonna have to pick out your rocket ships and your shields and your radiation protection, and different type of companies that might make the circuits, or maybe you're gonna make them in-house, and different designs, whether it's an ice rover with some type of explosive on it, or maybe it has a drill, or maybe it's just a submarine that you drop down when you get close to the moon, and there's enough of a pathway to drop through the ice into the liquid below. I don't know, but you know, there's a lot of research to be done, and I welcome you to have fun. You know, design some missions, and may the best mission win, and so that we can go forward and actually do several of these ocean cam space camera missions. That looks to me like it's coming from GSE-4. Hey, Julian, is it coming from GSE-4? That's, I'm not sure what kind of fuel that would be, because a lot of the things coming in are nitrogen, is what I'm seeing. So I don't know if they're doing a ambient pressure test of some sort on the, or maybe it's a thruster venting or something on the GSC tank. I don't know why they would do something like that on a tank. I mean, I don't think it has any thrusters, so maybe just some type of ambient venting. I'm not sure. Okay, Bill, that's a good idea. Yeah, okay, so Bill's saying that some of the starships won't have heat shields because they're not going to be coming back to Earth, so they don't need to enter the atmosphere. That's cool. Good. And if we're going to one of these moons here in the solar system that has liquid oceans underneath the ice, we really don't need a heat shield for that either because there's no atmosphere. So on most of these moons, there's no atmosphere. I know there is at least one moon that has an atmosphere. I think it's maybe Titan. I'm not certain about which moon it is, but yeah. Oh, it's coming from a. Well, what I can say is, if you're saying it's coming from a vertical vent behind Hoppy, what I can say is Hoppy is further there to the right, so it's not coming from behind Hoppy. The one by the GSC 4 tank. This is not anywhere close to Hoppy. If you look on the left side of your screen there, the GSC 4 tank is there right on the left side of the screen, and it is venting. There is some other venting way back in the tank farm there also, and that is nitrogen, most likely. Cool. All right. Well, I got nothing else to say. I can't say one way or the other, but if you're seeing on another camera with a better view and it's clear and obvious, then I have no argument for that. So if you're certain about what you see, then good. Thank you. Good. Thanks for the perspective. I'm just going from what I see, you know. So this is nitrogen probably that we're looking at here. Again, I could be totally wrong, but I've been seeing the nitrogen tanks piled up all day today. So I haven't seen any oxygen tanks today. So that's the only reason I would say nitrogen. Some of those black tanks back there say nitrogen on the side of it too. So I think it's nitrogen back there that we're saying, but maybe the one behind the GSC 4 tank, if there is something back there, then that's if that's LOX, then I would say okay to that. But way back there in the tank farm, I think that is nitrogen. Awesome. Well, I'm happy I got a shot that nobody else has, so that is a good step in the right direction. Yeah. And again, while this is happening, to the left here, we got the unloading of these nitrogen tanks. It looks like that says oxygen. All right, this would be the first liquid oxygen tanker that I've let me get a closer up view. Liquid oxygen, everybody. I haven't seen any LOX tankers here today, but here we go. Let me check the one next to it. I'm pretty sure is nitrogen, but that is liquid oxygen. And we get the one to the right of it. That is oxygen also. We got 2 oxygen tankers. All right. Well, it's a good thing I checked. There were some tankers over by the curve way up by the main entrance there earlier today, and they were all nitrogen. So they're doing both liquid nitrogen and oxygen. Good to get that clarity. Yeah. Again, I live streamed yesterday from the main gate, and I breathed in a lot of dust. So I'm coping with that. Okay, I'll get back to the venting over there. I don't know if any of you have been to Crunchbase before, but on crunchbase.com, Crunchbase, like Starbase, but Crunchbase, like Captain Crunch cereal, you can see the details of the people who, like the CEOs of many of these companies. They have all the employees listed and everything. So if you look at the SpaceX 22 or 23 member team, very interesting people, and I was having a lot of fun looking through some of their bios and some of their history and what the other investments they've done. And so I posted a few links to some of those interesting projects that one or two of those individuals was involved in. Good stuff. They're doing a lot of the people running SpaceX aren't just working on SpaceX. They're doing all types of things. You know, just like Elon, his team is working on many things simultaneously, many other companies and projects. Jose, yeah, that is a good point. Maybe they'll produce their own as well, huh? You know, I was over at the Sanchez site today, and I got some video. I mean, I got some footage, whether it's photos or whatever. And there were some oxygen tanker trucks over there. So, you know, I don't know if they're producing their own or what, but they do have. I don't know what's going on over there, but they have the 5 generators over there, and I think they work on natural gas. So I don't know if they're trucking in the. I got to pay more attention to what's going on over there because they had some trucks over there. So I don't know if they're producing their own or what, but you know, it's interesting. Hey, Jody. Hey, El Hungro. I'm making it. So I got some good shots, photos that I'll upload later in a slideshow or something. And I may do a live stream from the main gate over there. But it is dusty over there. And but they're doing a lot of berm, all that soil they took away from the berm there. They piled it back by the orbital launch platform. And they kind of building up that berm back there that we saw yesterday and the day before. Not sure how many trucks it takes, but there are some people who do count how many trucks come in and out. Yeah, they are. Okay, so I'll get back to this. So the big Libra crane, the yellow crane, used to live in front of the tank farm here. This is the orbital launch tank farm. So this is where the big crane used to live, between here and the main gate up there. It used to go back and forth on that concrete area. So they got rid of the crane. So maybe they're ready to do some changes to the ground over there. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of work they do. Maybe they're just going to repair it. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, Kevin, that is Jenny's truck. My truck was next to it, but that is the painter of the sign was a lady named Jenny, and she has been on the show a few times as a host. But yeah, she's an artist. I don't think she would call herself an artist, but she would say she is an awake individual, and she's here to make things happier and better for everybody. Much like myself, but you know. Yeah, anytime, Kevin. I get some more footage of the venting back there. Clouds are moving kind of interesting. Some people thought we might have gotten some rain today, but it didn't happen. So maybe we'll get some rain soon. I'm not sure. Hey, they're doing good. Okay, Juan says a cold front's coming through. Okay, thanks, Juan. Nice to see you. Good morning, Helena. Those little golf carts, although they look like they're electric, they are not electric. I can tell you that. They have a lot of exhaust coming out of those things, and it's kind of not enjoyable. Okay, Jose says a two-stroke oil mixture. I haven't seen the robot, the dog robot, but somebody showed me some video that they got of it. So I haven't personally seen it. No, I don't know if some of the photos I got on the slideshow last night or this morning. I'm not sure when you saw it. Some of the photos are interesting. Like one of them had like this bird that was kind of in mid-flight. It's and then the last photo from that shot had the moon at the top of it. Before the actual moon, the sign, there was a moon above the sign. So it's kind of cool to tweak things and actually get some interesting shots. You know. We got some wind right now, and it is a little chilly. So. Over here on the right is where they were doing all the perlite. So they were heating it up and doing it all over here. So they took those machines out of here. So they're not here anymore, but they do have a bunch of piping still up there. I don't think they're doing the perlite anymore, but you know, maybe they are. I don't know. Hey, Ricky, awesome. You'll be here Monday? Cool. Through Friday. Cool. Good. Maybe we'll probably be in the same spot at the same time. It'd be cool to say hello. Yeah, it is 10 tons per weight on the back of the crane there. Yeah, the counterweights. Each one of those triangles is 10 tons. All right, I just turned the screen toward me, so I'm not looking at it sideways. So maybe I'll get some of these shots a little bit straighter. All right, I got it right. There we go. Yeah. So I haven't checked. I can check now. I think there's a road closure tomorrow. Let me check my phone. Yeah, these white pipes are. I'm not sure where they're going. Good question. To the right here is the overlaunch tank farm. Yeah, it is dystopian though that the golf carts are gas powered and the cars are electric. That is quite the dichotomy there. Okay, I got my phone out. I'm gonna check the road closures. Let me see what we got going on here. All right, tomorrow's road closure is canceled, everybody. And Friday is canceled. So no road closures this week. I see it right here in front of me. I'm at the Cameron County TX.gov website. And yeah, tomorrow's the road closure for Thursday. November 18th is canceled. And same as Friday, canceled. The next road closure is on Monday, November 22nd. Okay, Juan says Orbital Propellant Farm. There is a sign here that says Super Heavy Orbital Launch Platform. So we could also come up with some other names as well. But all right, so it's just called Orbital Propellant Farm. We might be able to say Super Heavy Orbital Propellant Farm, but I think I'll make up my own names too. But I really appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, Thanksgiving. I'm a vegetarian, so I'm probably not going to go to anybody's Thanksgiving. Elena, thank you. Lift. Thank you. Found it on the side of the road. Yeah, so any amount of support helps out. So I really appreciate that. 100%. But yeah, I am vegetarian. I do eat eggs though. So I'm vegetarian not because I care about my body, the animals. I care about my body. So I used to care about the animals, but I don't care about the animals anymore. So I do it for my health. So. If I were to eat chicken or turkey, I would have to eat it raw. I think I'd have to just eat it raw. Maybe put it in the meat grinder and eat it raw. That would be healthy if I did it that way. So. But thank you for the support. Thank you. Everybody's got their own way of doing things too, so that's just my way. So I appreciate everybody. Hey, Jody, awesome. All right, well, the sun is getting lower. These trucks are still here unloading. We're at an hour and 5 minutes into the stream. I got just over an hour left of battery here, so we're good to go. Hey, I'll stream. I get some shots over at the main gate again. Now, I may do a live stream with the other camera or something over by the main gate on my way out. try and give them some privacy. Don't want to get too close there. I'll continue here to the left. I'll show something that is now visible. They got that, but they are putting in a fence over here on the left. You can see it there. Some black fencing. So they're fencing off this area now as well. Oh yeah, so it's 5 in the morning for you, Helena. 5:43. Awesome. You're up early, yeah. Maybe I'll continue over to the left here and show that shot a little bit. Let me show this shot a little bit. That's the beach down that way. So. It is packed tight here today. They got a lot of vehicles here today. So they're doing a lot of work. A lot of work going on. But if some of you haven't seen Crunchbase before, it's free and you don't have to log in or anything. But I recommend checking it out if you want to. If you're in business or whatever, if you're in business, go list your business. It's free. But if you're just curious about different companies and who's running the companies and stuff like that, you get a lot of info on Crunchbase. Pretty much almost a lot of info there on Crunchbase. Ocean Cam is on there. Hey, Alexi. Okay, William says they shot Will, and Musk said second quarter of 2022 is the launch date, the closest due to regulation. So awesome, good to know. Good to know. You know, back in the second and around the, what was it? Let me see. 8, 9, 10, 11. Around 2011, 2012. They were talking about stem cell research and everything like that, and even I think the beginning, I voted for Barack Obama twice, all right? But anyway, I don't vote anymore. But yeah, so they were talking about doing a lot of stem cell research, and everybody was excited about it and everything like that. So I was closely following the stem cell research field at that time for many years. And you know, even though they talked about stem cell research a lot in the beginning of Obama's presidency, they didn't do anything for the next 8 years. So I don't know if we're going to see something like that here with the space stuff, but it really does matter who's in charge in the government, and you know, what they're talking about doing and then what they actually do. So if the people in charge really want to stand up to what we're talking about here, then they should actually do it and stop talking about it. So what I can tell you is a lot of those stem cell companies either got bought out by the Asian companies, Southeast Asian companies, and or they crumbled. So a lot of these great stem cell companies like Geron and Advanced Cell Technology and other companies like that who had like life-changing technologies, they all got put on hold or they got bought out by the Asians. So yeah, if we want to keep backpedaling, we can keep backpedaling. So I mean, it's good. I mean, we get a lot of crisis and hardship gives you a lot of introspection. So maybe we're not ready to be extroverted. We got to do more introspection here in the United States. I don't know. Condensation on the ground. Yeah, that is a good point there. I'll get some shots of that. Thank you. But it does matter who's in charge when you get the results. If you don't get any results, then you got to look at who's in charge and why things are happening the way they're happening. So it's called the carrot and stick. They got a carrot and they keep making you move in a certain direction, but they never actually give you the carrot. So you get a little bit hungry. So. In some other fields, people have moved to, other countries where it's more, the regulation is better. So, SpaceX could always just start launching offshore, and maybe if they really needed to, they could beef up their sea launch capability, or maybe just launch from another country like China or something like that. Say goodbye USA, goodbye FAA. We're just going to launch from China, and we got a lot of friends in the military. Maybe we'll just cancel the civilian space program and just do it all secret with the military. I know a lot of the military likes to work with Elon because he's got good tech. He's got good technology. So, if we want the people to thrive, maybe it's time for us to thrive. But if we want to keep talking about it and keep putting it back, got to look at. So, I did some research on the some organizations, and some of these organizations. They have membership fees of like $7,000 all the way up to like $400,000 to become a member, just for 1 year. So you got to look at what's actually going on, and there's a lot of wheeling and dealing. That's why people join these organizations, to have influence and control. So they may not own anything, but they do want to control everything. So it's you got to ask, are they trying to control things? They're saying, yeah, you're not going to have to own anything. But are they going to control it, or are you going to control it? You got to see who's in control, because that's, if they're talking about not owning anything, it's because they want to control you. So no ownership, but and no control also. So anyway, so. And from a metaphysical standpoint, I am a metaphysical meditator. I have a lot of experience with that. Hardship is really beneficial. So it is, if you want to develop the soul, hardship can really help with that. So, but if you want to have a lot of happiness, and that is kind of in the opposite direction. But if you do want to develop the soul, then it could be beneficial. So if some of our leaders don't have any soul, if they don't believe in the soul and they don't have any soul, then it would make sense why we get hardship, because they want to get the soul. They don't have any soul. They claim they don't have any soul. They don't believe in the soul. They don't believe in the afterlife. They don't believe in life after death. So from those type of people, you get hardship, because through hardship you get knowledge of the soul. So I've already done all my hardships, so I don't need to do any more of that anymore. So. Hey, Leah. Yeah, it said that some people actually torture their animals to develop the soul in the animal. A lot of animals are just carefree. They run around and do whatever. You can nourish them through kindness and develop the sensitivity through that way, or you can actually torture them. You can torture the animal, and it's said that will also develop the soul. But then you got to look at, well, when if you believe in life after death, and some of these beings reincarnate into bodies, maybe human bodies, you got to wonder why some of these individuals are angry when they're born. So if they were tortured when they were an animal, and maybe later on they eventually became a human, you got to wonder why they're such terrible human beings. Maybe they were tortured, when they were an animal. So they're trying to But yeah, so you can develop the soul through torture, but it's it never leads to anything good, you know. So. Again, I'm not a psychologist or anything. I'm just a shell-shocked meditator and space aficionado. So some people say they just they mute the stream and they look at the footage. So that is always an option. So I don't always talk though. So you've got some relief that I don't always talk. I'm just happy that my throat's not hurting anymore because I've been it was hurting from yesterday, breathing all the dust at the main gate. It was I was having some issues this morning. So. All right, we're good. I said my piece. So that was my spiel for why the SpaceX launch should be approved with expediency. Expediency. Come get your expediency. Expedience. Okay. Bruns. Thanks. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I've been doing some really interesting research, and if you're any of you are on LinkedIn, check me out, or go to the oceancam.space website, go to the about page, find the list of the people working at OceanCam. It's a very short list, but there is a link to my Twitter from there, and you can check out my Twitter connections because they are actually very spectacular due to some effort I took a few days ago. Yeah, you should check out my connections on LinkedIn. I got about 28 connections right now, so I'm gonna keep working on that. And through these collaborations and connections, the OceanCam mission will be able to go forward. So, and we'll have more expediency here on the Earth and more happiness, and that's because that's the goal of OceanCam is to change the story of humanity, from one of lack of visual of the oceans throughout the other moons and planets here in the solar system, to one where we actually have that footage of the oceans on the different moons here in the solar system, and then children, as they grow up, will not be there's only life, there's only water on Earth, and the Earth is our mother, and we live on the Earth because the Earth is the only place that can save us. You know, that's kind of old. That's old philosophy. That's kind of lazy book writing. If you want people to stay on the Earth, that's the kind of book you write. But we know that there's water out there, and we know where the water is. We just have to go and do the hard mission to video it and film it, and then get our butts together and stop slowing things down and actually get over there and check out the water, because it's going to be a lot of fun. My sign is, I'm a Cancer science. I'm all about water. You know, some of you don't believe in astrology, but it doesn't matter. It's one of my motivations for getting out there and getting this video photography, because if there was only water on the Earth, I would be kind of sad, because you know, I'm a cosmic being, and if I were limited to the Earth for my water, I would be kind of a sad crab. All right, I've positioned the camera so we get the sun break from behind the tanks. Yeah, I don't know why I got this position, but we do have the sun breaking out from behind the tanks. We have a streak of light and brightness and goodliness and all that. So they say the sun brings things back to life. So if you have something that's pretty dead, you want to bring it back to life, you put it in the sun, and the sun will help wake it back up. That's a Rudolf Steiner thing, I think. I think it's from Rudolf Steiner from the early 1900s. He was some people would say a philosopher, but I would say he was an anthroposophist, a scientist of the highest caliber. I never got to meet him, so I can't vouch for him, but I do like what he has written. Looks like the sun is sending us a message. Ah, horse and a Cancer. Leah, awesome. I'm a dragon and a Cancer, so I'm a dragon. Yeah, vampires don't like the sun. That is correct. That's good. But the only time vampires will ever be happy if they do go into the sunlight. Anyway, no need to talk about that. Awesome, Kent. Rocket. Oh, you're a rat, Elena? Elena, I got it. I know someone who's named Elena. So Helena, I got you. Helena, I got that. Awesome, you're a rat, huh? Well, that is pretty interesting, Elena. Yeah, Helena, what's your astrological sign? Western astrology. What month were you born? Yeah, so this whooping is coming from the tank farm, from these tankers that are loading up on the. I'll do some work here. They're offloading some of the fuel here, and we're hearing the air from the connectors at the back there. Yeah, Taurus. Yeah, bad sign for a Cancer. I'm looking for a Pisces. So thanks, though, Elena. Good try, though. So you're really good at sticking it out, Helena. That's good. And a rat, too. Those are two really good signs for you. Okay, Alan says, Ali says, wind and rain tomorrow. Awesome. Thanks, Ali. Thank you. All right. I think I will zoom out. I get a few more shots and then I'll wrap it up. So I will upload some video later tonight from the slideshow that I'll put together. And I may do a quick live stream from the main gate here. But what else? They are walling off some of the About over by SN15 at 16, they got some containers over there, and they're starting to wall off some of that area over there. So, again, if my voice is low today, it's because my throat's a little bit messed up from breathing all the dust over there at the main gate. But it will continue probably to heal over the next several days, and I'll keep wearing my mask. I think I might have to change the ISO for this. Let me see if we got some other view here. A lot of fun. If you all want to put together an ocean cam mission and share it with other people and maybe compete, see who can create an ocean cam mission and see what kind of partners you would put together to supply the different aspects of the mission. Which moon would you go to? Which planet would you go to? What kind of lander would you have? Would you just blow up the ice and then drop a maybe you could go toward the moon. You could have a little kind of thing with thrusters like they're doing with the Titan mission. With the Perseverance, whatever, where they have the helicopter and then they drop the rover down. So maybe we can have something like that, or maybe we could fire a bomb into the moon and blow it up and then drop in the submarine. I don't know what we would want to do, but we could figure something out. That would be the most destructive way of doing it, and we would guarantee to have some access to the liquid underneath the ice if we did it that way. But short of like some type of explosion, there are other ways because there are tiger stripes on Enceladus, and I'm sure some of the other moons are guaranteed to have easier access into the liquid oceans beneath the ice. If they are all icy, I'm not sure if they all are all icy, but sometimes we trust the information we're given from the people in control, like I was talking about earlier. Sometimes people will tell you something just to keep you from doing something. So sometimes you just got to go take a look. Like if you have animals, and if you whip them a little bit, or if you put a grating on the ground for some, if you have like if you're like a farmer or something, you know what I'm talking about here with the cows. They won't walk across like a grating or something because they can't see the ground, right, or whatever. So there's certain things that people who like to control things can put similar type of gratings out there so that you won't go and wander around in certain areas or do certain things. So I don't know if space is just a load of BS, and the things we've been told about the different moons and planets is correct or not. I don't know, but I'm one of those go out and see it for myself kind of people. So that's what I'm trying to put together so that we can actually see what's going on and not trust the military and the Department of Defense and the war industries who like to profit and continue making weapons and bombs and blowing up the other dangerous people out there who also happen to be just our neighbors on the other side of the planet. So maybe we don't have to bomb everybody. Maybe we can actually do some really cool space missions. Northrop Grumman came out with they just published a couple days ago that they have like a manta ray machine which swims under the ocean like a spaceship, but it's in the ocean. I shared that on the Twitter page. But so Northrop Grumman is a military defense aerospace company, and they any technology that any of these military organizations bring out, like Northrop Grumman or Boeing or whatever, into the civilian sector, it's usually at least 50 years old. So any tech that we're seeing that they're showing us from Northrop Grumman or TRW or Boeing or whatever, Skunk Works or whatever, it's all old tech. So the only reason they're showing it to us is because it's not mission critical anymore, and they don't have to keep it secret because that tech is so old and slow compared to what they have today, and they're not going to show you that secret stuff anymore anyway. So right now in Long Beach, California, there is an expo going on. It's a military version of the Space Tech Expo that I went to about a month and a half ago. And I did get a badge, but I didn't buy a ticket and fly over there. So, but right now they're having a Space Tech Expo in Long Beach, I think through Thursday or Friday. And right now it is Wednesday, November 17th, 2021. And what I can tell you about that expo is there's a policy of that at that expo where you're not allowed to take any pictures. So when I saw that, I'm like, forget it. I'm not going. You know, if I can't take any pictures of what I'm going to pay money to go see, why would I go? You know, I'm a photographer. So there is a military version of the Space Tech Expo that I went to about a month and a half ago. And if you look at the website for that expo, there are a lot more people attending that defense military war expo than attended the civilian version of the expo a month and a half ago. So that's what I can tell you. The space industry in the United States is a military organization primarily, and the civilian space program is really a side thought, and it's many, many ages very old compared to the current tech in the defense secret sector, which is compartmentalized and need to know. If you don't have a secret security clearance, you cannot see our spaceship. And again, what I've said in the past is spaceships are really old tech. So all these people who think they have really the top tech and everything, if you want to see the top tech, you got to go talk to a meditator, you know, because if you want to see the really top-notch technology, you can't be, I said this before, some of y'all who are frequent watchers, I know Helena knows what I'm saying here. If you think you're going to be free flying around in a spaceship, you got something coming to you, because that is not the highest tech. Because the Hindus have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and billions and thousands of millions of years. The Hindus have been around forever. So their history goes back billions, probably billions and trillions and quadrillions and pentillions, sextillions of trillions of years. So it goes back so far back that we don't even have any history about it anymore, because it's that old, you know. So yeah, the history of the Hindus is so far back. It goes back even before the beginning, because actually there was no beginning and there will be no end, and you really have to be a meditator to get that knowledge. So if you want to get the top tech, you got to talk to the Hindus and the Sanskrit people and the Tibetans, and also, or you could just listen to me. You could listen to me. And so you're getting all those packaged together here at Ocean Cam Space Corp, because I am a meditator, or I used to be, and this is pretty good. So I'm blending the worlds here, and the more you listen, maybe the more you'll find out that I am somewhat crazy, but crazy in a good way. So as long as I'm crazy free, crazy. He's so crazy. My God. All right. I hope you get a little crazy too. So got to keep it crazy, you know. We got to stay free. Stay free. Stay free. All right, everybody. Yeah, so the top tech for travel in the universe, in the solar system, is, you have to watch some of my other shows or look in the chat. Maybe someone here knows. How do you do that? How do you travel without a ship? I'll give you the answer on the next video. But think about it. Think about it. Think about it. All right, so there was no beginning and there will be no end, because the universe is alive. The universe is alive, like you, like me. I'm alive, you're alive. If you're alive and I'm alive, then that's two people that are alive. So it seems like the universe is alive. And I'm not going to give you all the keys to the universe, but if you stick around, or if you look at some of the previous shows that I've done, I will keep it concise on this live stream, because everybody's got to find the answer for themselves. So, all right, and coming around. Hey. All right, here we go. There you can see the Starship from there. Let me see the Starship. So all we need to do is take that Starship from back there and put it on top of that booster right there, and then we got a rocket, and I'm not sure if it'll be able to come back into the atmosphere, but it can definitely take off and get into. I'm just sure if this is suborbital, but we put enough fuel in that thing, maybe we get it to go orbital. So that's the hope and plan here. What we're doing here. Okay, I did look at Slingshot. I don't know. I don't know if it's spin launch, but yeah, check out some of the social media here at Ocean Camera Space Corp on Twitter. A lot of information, and I'll check out the chat and probably see you soon. So let me check out the chat. All right, looks like I was able to get rid of about 40 people with my enlightened talk. All right, this is not called the Enlightened Chat. This is called Ocean Camera Space Corp. And I encourage you, if you want to get back to the science and everything, then join in on the Ocean Camera Space missions and help us figure out how to get to some of these moons and planets. Help Elon succeed at his mission and get this rocket up there into space. And talk with your friends who work at the FAA. And maybe talk with your politicians and everybody else. And give them a little wine, give them a little money. Say, hey, let's get this done. Let's do it. Let's get her done. Get this up into space. Let's get it up into space. Because there's a lot of room up there in space. If we get this off the Earth, there'll be a little bit more room here on the Earth. So the more of these rockets we can get up there into space, the more room there will be here on the Earth. And maybe we'll be able to be a little bit more comfortable. The more things we get up there into orbit, the more comfortable we can be here on the Earth, because there'll be more space here on the Earth. It's all right, everybody. I'm gonna tune it out. I'm gonna check out here. You gotta come up with the Ocean Cam missions, because I can't do it all on my own. So if you like to figure out and ponder, and maybe you like to do a little DMT or whatever. I don't know what you do. Maybe you do a little pot, maybe a little 420, or maybe you like to smoke cigarettes or do some dip or drink some wine or beer or champagne. Whatever it is for you. Maybe you just like to have a veggie burger. Maybe you like to eat some French fries or hamburger. Whatever. Whenever it is that you enter your zone, whenever maybe you're running, maybe you're a vegetarian or a breatharian and you don't like to eat food, but you like to really feel connected. Anyway, whenever you're in your zone and you get an idea, share it with us on Twitter or here in one of the chats, or tell somebody about your idea and find out what you're passionate about. But if you're also passionate about the Ocean Camp mission, taking video and footage of the liquid oceans on the other planets and moons so that we can change the story of humanity and not be a single planet species. We're going to need water to grow vegetables, and I like to grow vegetables. I'm a gardener. So we need some waters to grow the vegetables on the other planets and moons. So you got to help me find the water so that we can take the video footage of the water so that we can encourage the politicians and convince them that there is liquid oceans out there, and forget about if there's life out there, because everything in the universe is alive, because I live in a living universe. Some of you live in a dead universe or dying universe. I live in a living universe, and in my universe, if you're in my universe, then you're in a living universe too. But if you don't think you're in my universe and you think you're in a simulation and I'm just a simulation here, then you've got nothing to complain about, because I'm just a simulation. I'm a computer program. But if you think I live here on the Earth as well as you, and we are on a flat Earth maybe, or maybe we're on a roundish Earth, or maybe we're on a semicircle, or even if you believe that we're on a spherical or semi-spherical, I don't know what the shape of the Earth is. I've been stuck here on the Earth just like you. But I have been able to go out of body and see things from space. And if you put two and two together, you can figure out some of the other things I was talking about earlier. But yeah, if you want to convince your politicians that there is another world out there, you got to help me take the video footage of the liquid oceans on the other moons and planets, so we can say, hey, the water's right there. What are you talking about? It's not a theory. It's not philosophy. It's not hypothetical. It's not a limited small quantity. We got more than 20 times the water on the Earth out there on this other moon or planet or whatever. So, but if you like to stay here on the Earth and have put little leashes on your dogs and everything, what about this? We got so many moons out there. We got over 200 moons. What if we just take two of these moons and say, one of these moons is for the cats, all right? On this moon, we're just gonna put cats on this moon. And on this other moon, this is going to be the dog moon. So on this moon is just dogs. Dog paradise. Yeah. We can do that. We just got to get the animals up there. We got to make it comfortable for them. We got to find the liquid oceans. So if you like cats and dogs, you got to help me out with this Ocean Chem mission so we can get some water to give to the animals so that they can live in paradise and eat in and live happily ever after. So, all right, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Take care, everybody. I'll look at the chat once more really briefly. All right. There's billions and billions and billions and billions of galaxies out there. And in each galaxy, there's billions of stars. And so, again, if there's no beginning or end, then there's billions and billions and billions. And if the universe is alive, then there's nothing that's dead in the universe. So I don't know if we're going to be able to find anything that's dead in the universe. So forget about finding something that's alive. Let's just get out there. Let's get those cameras going. Let's make some CubeSats and send these cameras out there. And let's do like a lot of footage of some of these moons, and stop worshiping NASA and all these other space defense aerospace technology companies who've been taking your money for years and using it for defense purposes to build bombs and weapons and blow things up on the other side of the planet. It's called economic warfare, and a lot of people like to have a cushy job, but there are also evil people on the earth, so there are good reasons to go and blow people up. But I'm more of a peaceful type of person, and I believe we're all connected. So I'm trying to just make things better for all of us by facilitating taking the imagery and the footage of the liquid water on the other moons and planets. I know you thought I was done, but I'm also done. I'm almost done. And change the story of humanity. So, all right, signing out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.